Round of 32 continues tonight from Spencer Park, just north of Brisbane's CBD, as Queensland's last member federation hope, Lions FC, eye an historic first ever cup set against two-time runners-up Perth Glory. Robbie Feldman here with you on this cool and overcast Tuesday night. There was a little bit of rain that came through about an hour or so ago, but the pitch does look in decent nick. The spirits certainly haven't been dampened, with a good and noisy crowd expected here at Spencer Park. Lions FC, they are the new leaders in NPL Queensland after a 1-0 win, a tight win over Gold Coast United on the weekend, with 3 rounds remaining before finals. Tonight, this is their 6th appearance in the Australia Cup. They do have a decent record, progressing past the round of 32 4 times. But in each of those 4 occasions, they have faced an A-League side and are yet to register a famous cup set victory. For Perth Glory, it's been a pretty lean return on their cup results, having made the final in the first 2 editions of the new era back in 2014 and 15. And only twice in the past 11 years since have they made it past the round of 32. And that includes missing out on the competition entirely in 3 straight years. So does it turn around for the West's only professional outfit? Or do the Lions break their drought against an A-League side? We will find out over the next couple of hours. The teams go through the last lot of handshakes and the mascots make their way off the park. Lions in their all-orange kit. Perth Glory resplendent in their all-purple. All right, let's get to the lineups. And starting with the home team, Coach Dan Barber says the club is full of confidence at the moment and credits his side's consistency and ability to get the job done in any situation. Tonight he makes 2 changes from the 11 that defeated Gold Coast on the weekend. Out go Blair Ponting, who drops to the bench, and Harvey Pope, who is omitted. In come Erimugo Debele and Luke Broderick. Alex Fichtner leads the line and is the top scorer in NPL Queensland with an astonishing 32 goals in 19 games and has scored in each of his last 16 NPL matches. Really is a remarkable record. And for the visitors tonight, Coach Adam Griffiths, in his first full season in charge, he has stressed the importance of having a good cup run to help build the confidence and a winning mentality ahead of the upcoming season. He makes 5 changes from their last major hit out in the last round of the last A-League season back in April. New signings, Matthew Dench, Henry Hoare, Lucas Cicluna all get their first taste of Perth Glory football. Anthony Didalitza and Andriano Labib are the other changes, and there's plenty of firepower on the bench. With A-League regulars Sam Sutton, Scott Wotton and new signing Lockie Jackson to add some defensive steel, with Steph Kolakovsky and Arian Soleimani to bring some spark in attack. There is Lions coach Dan Barber, 44 years old. His first season in charge, having been assistant the past couple of seasons under Darren Syme. He's been with the club for 5 years and has had a massive hand in the player development at the club as the junior technical director, so well and truly knows this Lions club inside out. Match official team for tonight. Referee is Tom Fell. He'll be assisted by Byron Lurch and Abdullah Al-Khamisi. 4th official is Nicholas Mackay. There's a little bit of rain starts to fall here at Spencer Park. And there is Adam Griffiths entering his first pre-season as head coach. Took the reins last October following the early departure of David Drilic last season. And Griff, as he is affectionately known by all and sundry in football circles, he steered the club to a 10th place finish in the A-League with a record of 8 wins, 6 draws and 10 losses. So we're all set to go here at Spencer Park. History potentially in the making. As Lions FC look to add their name to the list of cup sets. Will be the sharpshooter Alex Fichtner to kick things off, and straight away the Lions will look to go on the attack through Erimugo Debele. Certainly add a lot of power and speed down this right-hand side, and he gets another touch taken away from his toes, and straight away one of the Glory's new signings, Henry Hoare, gets his head up. Comes up against his brother Mitchell. That will certainly be one tasty matchup to keep an eye on tonight. They were roommates only a matter of months ago before Henry got the call from Adam Griffiths to head west. So there's been plenty of chat and banter in the lead up to tonight. Neither are really sure which way their parents are, their allegiances lie. Don't know if the merch team went with the half and half shirt. Maybe just for the Hall family. So far, a positive start by both sides as nearly foul over on the far side. Bit of a high boot, and it's left a mark on the Glory player. Looks like that's Anthony Didalitza, who's left feeling that left leg. So free kick for Glory, just inside Lions territory. The bib for Caltech. Flicked on, but still with the Glory, and that's going to roll out for a throw-in to the visitors. Brian Caltech, Vanuatu international, captain of his national side. Nice early ball forward, looking for Despotovsky in space in behind. Heads into the box, cuts back onto the right boot, lays it off for Hoare. There's space over on the right-hand side. Down to the byline, cutting it back, and there's no purple shirt there. There were enough in the box, just not in that position. And straight away, they look to counter, looking for the long ball to Broderick. Gets goal side of Labib. Debele. Nice little rollover. Broderick able to get the toe in. Caltech there to nod it clear. End-to-end stuff so far. Adam Taggart looking to appeal to the referee for something. Tommy Jarrod, one of two survivors in this Lions outfit from the last time they faced the Perth Glory, all the way back in 2015. One of those round of 16 encounters. The other, tonight's captain, Sean Carlos. Sutton, Matt Sutton. A very good season in goal for the Glory. Here is Carlos. Back in possession again. Glory do have numbers in behind, but it's a good positive run from Carlos, looking to find his support over on that left-hand side, and the Glory able to come away with it. Nice work from Didalitza, back for Shamoon. Ball forward cut out by Chur Deng. One of a number of talented youngsters promoted to Lions senior setup. Hart Phillips comes across to Jarrod. Nice positive vertical ball. Here is the run of Fitchner. And it's quite clearly a shove in the back. An easy one for referee Tom Fell to call. It's good work by Matty Dench, one of the new recruits. Here is Dench. He's left-hand side. One season with the Brisbane Roar, and Debelay's done very well. And then gives it away straight off the bat to Henry Hoare. Links up. Now Despotovsky can look forward. It's another positive ball for Didalitsa. Just about able to get past his man. Lions get numbers back in defence, and Broderick, a lovely turn. Caltech comes through. Could be on here for Taggart, who's in behind. Lays it off for Hoare. Waits for the opening. Taggart again! The save by Riley. Danger not clear. First major attempt at goal. And Adam Taggart draws a good save from Jackson Riley in goal for Lions. Battling away in that corner. Lions are able to clear their lines through Mitchell Hoare. Ball will go out for a glory throw. Let's have a look at this opportunity again. It's neat work from Henry Hoare. Just waited for the opening to present itself, and Adam Taggart, you just about put your house on him scoring. Credit to Jackson Riley. Used his angles well. That one drifts out for a Lions throw. Jared back for Deng, all the way back to Riley. Go long for Fitner, and he goes down under the challenge of Labib. And does not look comfortable at all. He's left clutching at that left shoulder. Oh, that does look rather high boot from Andriano Labib there. On first look, I thought it was perhaps a knee to the side or shoulder, but that boot on second look did get rather high. Let's have a look at it again. Right on the point of the shoulder. Really does not look comfortable there, and that's going to be a huge blow for Lions. Alex Fickner has to come off. Well, he's clutching at the ribs as well. And that's going to be a sad end if he cannot continue. A warm round of applause as Alex Fickner comes off the field. Makeshift sling around that left arm. That is a massive blow. Early doors for Dan Barber and this Lions team. Fickner's gone straight up the tunnel. So they will be forced into an early change. As play will continue for the meantime, so until the next stoppage at least. Lions down to 10. Alex Fickner forced from the field. I mentioned his numbers at the top of the show. 32 goals in 19 NPL matches, 16 straight games he had scored. So a lot was riding on his shoulders tonight. Here's Henry Hoare for the Glory. It's a lovely ball out to Lucas Cicluna. Left-hand side, Dench on the overlap. Go back to halfway. Labib for Caltac. Or again, but that's a little bit too long from Caltac. Debele goes down. And eventually the foul is called. Gives them an opportunity to make that substitution. So Blair Ponting will come on. Started on the weekend against Gold Coast United. Forced into the action after just 11 minutes. So that means Luke Broderick will likely push further forward. Lions playing in a 3-4-2-1 formation. So Ponting slotting into an attacking midfield role. Cicluna with a tight turn. Caltac. Cross for Charbel Shamoun, Iraq international. Became such a key figure in this Glory backline last season. Now, Matty Dench. Cicluna squeezed out of possession. Here come the Lions through Broderick. Positive run to the edge of the box. Forced wide, gets a shot away. Sutton can only parry it into the path of Labib. Good positive stuff from both sides so far tonight. Jared's done very well to keep it in play, but can only hand possession back. Despite losing their talisman, Alex Fickner, so early, heads haven't dropped. Speaking with their coach Dan Barber yesterday, he mentions his side's ability to just find a way to get the job done in any situation, no matter what's thrown at them. It's become a real trademark for this side as we take a look at that chance for Broderick just before. Forced wide by Labib, and Dench still managing to get the shot away and on target. Here's Jared, cross for Debele. Looking for an outlet, eventually finds it in the middle of the park through Akbari. Here's Carlos, forward for Broderick, and eventually squeezed out for a Glory goal kick. Here's Dench, here's Debele for company, and Labib can only kick it into the stands. Carlos. As Labib right on his 6. He's able to link up with Ramad Akbari. 90-odd games in the A-League. And 6 seasons, 5 of which were with Brisbane Roar. 1 season with the Victory as well. One's dummied by Carlos, but possession turned over. Despotovsky. No foul, says the referee. Dismissive wave of the arm. And that's a ball forward for Broderick, who can nearly get in behind. There's a collision between Sutton and Labib. And the ball deflects out for a corner. And the Glory not too happy with the referee. See, there again, it's Despotovsky clearly had his ankles clipped. It does mean an opportunity for Lions with their first corner of the night. Able to get some tall timber forward. They play it short. Akbari to the edge of the box. Carlos drives the cross deep. The header is on target and Sutton gratefully accepts it. There's a Glory player down inside the 6-yard area. So had it ended up in the back of the net, it probably would have been chalked off. The referee having to call for another stoppage. Oh, and there's a fair bit of claret there. It looks like a head knock. Lovely set play routine from the corner. Dangerous driven cross. There's Lucas Cicluna. Will need a bit of strapping to that cut on his head. So now it's the Glory's turn to play for the next couple of minutes. Down a player. Here is Akbari. Zane North, son of former Socceroo and Perth Glory player Jade North. There's another foul for the Lions. Jared spots the run of Carlos, but accuracy not quite there on the long ball. Thumbs up of approval. He's been booted into the stands. Looks like Cicluna has been strapped up. Straight back into the mix for Lucas Cicluna. Tasted cup success with the Newcastle Jets last season. Touch for Riley, who's been rather unemployed for good 10 or so minutes now. Hasn't had much to do in that Lions goal. It's a lovely ball forward for Broderick. Again, managing to get in behind the Glory defensive line. Debele. Jared looking for the run of Carlos again. At diagonal into the box and hooked away by Dench. Collision with Taggart and Akbari. Referee again waving play on. North. Hart Phillips. Caltech again, just too strong. Neat work from Despotovsky, linking up with Taggart. Ball does find its way to Henry Hoare. One-on-one with Debele. Into the box, timing the tackle well. Naramugo Debele. They're able to find the outlet with Broderick. Straight on the attack. 1v1 with Labib. Akbari. Space for Hart Phillips on that left-hand side. Early cross in, low, looking for Broderick. Hooked away. Deng. Looking for the diagonal. Lovely weighted pass for Jackson Hart Phillips. Cuts back on the inside. Sean Carlos clears it from under his feet. And the shot comes in! Just wide. In fact, it's taken a touch off a Glory player. It was Jackson Hart Phillips who unleashed with that left boot. Matt Sutton was certainly interested. We'll see it again on the replay. That was not far away at all. Will be another attacking chance from the set piece. Second corner for the Lions. Had one on the grandstand side. That's swung in, looking for Deng. Falls kindly for Broderick. Tries to bring it down, and the Glory can come away with it through Cicluna. Unable to link up with Dedelica. The counter-attack brought to a halt fairly quickly for the Glory. And there's another stoppage. The referee has the yellow card out. Ramad Akbari on the receiving end. Looking rather bemused. We'll try and have that confirmed, but it did look like Akbari was saying to the referee, "Who, me? What did I do?" Nevertheless, we have a name in the referee's notebook. First one tonight after 24 minutes. Nodded forward by Dench. Nodded down by Taggart. Glory looked to regain some kind of control. Dench for Despotovsky. Lovely turn forward. And Henry Hoare had just overrun it slightly. Mitchell Hoare was hoping that Debele would have continued his run forward. Dedelica. Again, Despotovsky finding pockets of space in the corners. And for some good defensive work by Carlos. Confirmation coming through that yellow card was in fact for Zane North. Not for Ramat Akbari. So Zane North, the first name taken by referee Tom Fell tonight. Nice work from Diabreu, continuing his run forward and into the box. In fact, that was neatly done. Glory maintaining possession. Here's Despotovsky. Gets the head up, looking for Taggart, but Deng is there. Strong in the air from Cher Deng. Debele looking to use his speed. Gets past Henry Hoare. Now Mitchell Hoare. Akbari. Cross for Hart Phillips. Carlos. Jared. All 11 in behind the ball for the Glory. Hart Phillips looking for Ponting. Keeping the pace of the game up. Looking to play positively in every opportunity. Akbari can look forward. Links up with Broderick inside the area. Cutting back, goes down. Referee waves it away. It looks like tonight any kind of contact would need to be rather significant for referee Tom Fell. Carlos battling away, center of the park. Cicluna. Debele managing to cut it out. And that's not at all subtle from Andriano Lebeb. Quite clearly, a big pull on the shirt. It's bordering on professional foul territory, that one. He manages to avoid becoming the Glory's first player with a yellow ticket next to his name. So a free kick for Lions, just past halfway. Approaching the half-hour mark at Spencer Park. 0-0. This round of 32 clash between Lions FC and Perth Glory. As North looks forward, Broderick can get on the end of this, but once again Caltech, as he always does, manages to get something on the ball. Assistant referee's flag was up for offside, but we'll let play continue. First meeting of the brothers for the Knights. One of, no doubt, many. Points decision going to Henry on that occasion. Jared, strong in the 50-50. Links up with Akbari. Center of the park for Ponting. Hart Phillips now left wing side. And that one's just too long. Out for a goal kick. Of course, 3 other matches tonight, match day 3, round of 32. We'll have an update of the scores at half-time. Preston Lions hosting the defending champs, Newcastle Jets. Cumberland United at home to the beaten finalists, Heidelberg. Match that's just kicked off. And the later kick-off over in Perth. Bayswater City hosting Sydney FC. It will be throw in to Perth. Again, Broderick just muscled out of possession. The long ball diagonal from Diabreu. Unable to find Didalitsa. Deng able to turn inside his own box. Flood of orange jerseys look forward. Heavy touch from Broderick. Nearly works out. Caltech managing to clear his lines. Carlos, Hart Phillips again. Possession given away. Diabreu immediately looks forward. And that's neatly done. Nakbari can put Debele away in space, but that first touch is so heavy. Could still be on here. It can turn Debele. Can't link up with Mitch Hoare. All the way back for Jackson Riley. Akbari gets his head up. Nodded away by Shamoon. Despotovsky. All-time tackle from Akbari. Chance here for the Lions. Tommy Jarrod. Now Debele. Carlos can turn. Was expecting the run from Debele, but never eventuated. That would have been very interesting. And Eramugo Debele continued that run forward. There's no Perth defender in sight. Very good crowd here at Spencer Park, home of Brisbane City. Tonight hosting their NPL Queensland rivals. And despite the rain that's come in today, there is a very good crowd in as Sutton can only parry it into the path of Broderick. And under pressure from Charbel Shamoon, he was able to turn it behind for a corner. Another attempt on target from Lions FC. Draws another sharp save from Matt Sutton. See it again on the replay. Mitch Hoare is able to take the touch into space and Sutton getting down well. Another corner for Lions. Swung into the penalty area. Cleared off the line. Sutton claws it away. Somehow it does not cross the line. The Lions are increasing the pressure here. We'll see it again on the replay. Mitch Hall was right there. You have to notch that down as another save for Matt Sutton. Pressure on here for the Glory. Another corner from Ramad Akbari, flicked away by the defence. The Glory managed to survive. Here is Akbari again. North looking for Hart Phillips, and Shamoon takes it away as offside flag goes up. Matt Sutton certainly has been the busier of the two keepers. 3 or 4 very good saves. Keeping things scoreless. About 9 minutes remaining in the first half. There will be a couple of minutes added on. We've had a couple of reasonably long stoppages. Most notably that injury to Alex Fickner, as another yellow card is flashed. Looks like that might have been Anthony Didalitsa. As Henry Hoare able to get a toe in and deflect it off Brother Mitchell for a throw. Tackle wins possession back for Lions. Strong tackle from Mitch Hoare. Confirmation that yellow card was indeed for Anthony Didalitsa. Comes first Perth Glory player booked. 1 apiece on that count. Shamoon turns possession over. This one will fall for Blair Ponting. Takes it back on the right, and that cross will drift all the way across the face. Out for another goal kick. As I mentioned earlier, Lions reclaimed top spot in NPL Queensland on the weekend, courtesy of a win over Gold Coast United, and Peninsula Power dropping their result. 3 games left before the final series kicks off in the NPL leagues. It's a tasty ball in, and Shamoon remaining poised, calm under pressure, able to hook it away. Long ball forward, nodded away by Shamoon, and out for a throw. Lions in their 3 remaining games, they do face the other 2 sides in the top 3. home to Peninsula Power August the 1st, and then at home again to the bottom-placed Brisbane Roar before finishing on the road at Moreton City Excelsior. Numbers forward here for the Lions. Hoare again, Carlos. It's a difficult ball. Another sharp save from Sutton. Player goes down and once again waved away. Strong challenge coming in. It is all happening at Spencer Park. Despotovsky back for Sutton. And Debele nearly pinching the pocket. Now Dench, heavy touch, big tackle coming in. Dench has remained on the ground. Debele will see a flash of yellow himself. Just a little bit too overzealous in the challenge. See it again here on the replay. Fair enough, really. Well, all that this game really needs is a goal. We've had just about everything else. It's been a very entertaining watch so far. Free kick for Dench. Lifting it into the box. Deng tries to bring it under control. Takes a touch off Taggart, and Riley pounces on the loose ball. Soft turnover from Deng. Shamoon forward. They're able to get numbers back. Cicluna. Now Henry Hoare looks for an early cross. Didalitsa creeping up on that back post. Moved clear by Hart Phillips. Nice turn from Despotovsky. Great control in close quarters. Another famous name from the purple jersey. Cicluna looking for the 1-2 with Shamoon, who's advanced from his right back position. Ponting under pressure from Caltac. And that will be a free kick. Lions also have reasonably short turnarounds. They have a Queensland Cup fixture to prepare for after tonight, to make the long trek up to Cairns to take on fellow Australia Cup performer in Marlin Coast Rangers in the semi-final. So 4 minutes minimum to be added on. Certainly are finishing the stronger of the two sides, Lions. North for Deng, Jared, and do well to keep it in play. Likewise, Debele. Jared again. Turned over. Dench intercepts. Difficult ball for Hahn to deal with, but he's done very well. Diabreu. Kaltak. Shamoon. Anthony Didalitsa lifts it into the box and not quite cleared properly. Jared will have a second crack. And Vian North is able to ease the pressure somewhat. Didalitsa again. Shamoon staying forward. 3 orange shirts for company, and he just runs out of space in the end. The move fizzles out. Despotovsky. Diabreu. Now Cicluna. Hahn goes down under the challenge of Akbari, and it will be a free kick. We've had half of the allotted 4 minutes added time. This presents as one of the Glory's best attacking chances. Free kick, about 25 yards out, just to the right of the posts. Seen here again on the replay. Slight nudge in the back from Akbari. Seen a few heftier challenges go unpunished. Seems the two former Brisbane Roar players standing over this free kick for the Glory. It'll be the left boot of Dench, or it'll be the right of Henry Hahn. 4 men in the wall for Jackson Riley. This one perhaps favours the shot from Dench. It'll be left for Hahn, and it's straight into the wall. Does its job. One final chance perhaps for the Glory. Some massive bodies right on the edge of the box. Shamoon is in there. Bounces back up to his feet. And the referee Tom Fell does bring the first 45 to a close. Very entertaining half of football here at Spencer Park. Both sides having a number of pretty good looks at goal, but for some saves by Jackson Riley and more noticeably from Matt Sutton. Half-time here at Spencer Park. It is scoreless between Queensland NPL leaders Lions FC and Perth Glory. Stick around. On the other side of this short break, we will have the half-time show. We'll take a look around the grounds and review all of the first half action. We'll see you soon.
What are you doing?
We're planking.
It's because of our internet providers.
We're stuck in 2011.
Same slow internet speeds.
And high prices.
It's like a nightmare.
Enough planking. Superloop is a network purpose-built for the super-fast future of the internet. You are free.
Don't take it lying down, Australia. Refresh your internet.
Welcome back to Spencer Park. Scoreless between Lions FC and Perth Glory in this round of 32 encounter of the 2026 Hahn Australia Cup. Robbie Feldman here with you after a very entertaining first 45 minutes. Both sides had several good looks at goal. On the whole, Lions FC did have the better of the chances. Matt Sutton has certainly been kept busy. So we'll take a look at the highlights. First opportunity of the night actually fell to the Glory. Some neat work between Henry Hoare and Adam Taggart. Jackson Riley denying the Glory marksman. But then from pretty much there on, the best chances fell for the men in orange. Luke Broderick on this occasion drawing a sharp save from Matt Sutton. That one flashing just wide from Jackson Hart-Phillips. Big story of the night, though, was the early substitution of NPL Queensland top scorer Alex Fickner. Went down with what looked like a left shoulder or left arm injury. Quite a serious one. Had to be helped from the ground with his arm in a makeshift sling. That certainly did not deter Lions from attacking. Mitchell Hoare again forcing a good save from Sutton, that time to his right. And Carlos forcing the stop from Sutton. And the scramble. Half-hearted appeals for pushing the back on Mitch Hoare. The balance of play certainly gone the way of Lions FC. You see the match stats. 7 shots to 2, 5 of them on target to Perth Glory's 1. 14 fouls and possession. It says 50-50, but it doesn't feel that way. Lions producing a lot more of the action. Opposition territory. Take a look at the fixtures around the grounds. 3 other games in this match day 3, 2 of which in play and 1 about to kick off. See the Jets, the reigning Australia Cup champions, currently 2-0 up over the Preston Lions from NPL Victoria. It's Cumberland United taking on Heidelberg, and they were 2 early goals inside the first 5 or 6 minutes. Look ahead to match day 4, another full slate of games. Tigers FC taking on Western Sydney Wanderers. The other 7:30 games, Maitland FC up against Fremantle City. Sydney United taking on A-League side Central Coast Mariners. And the late game up in Darwin, Missouri United welcome 2-time cup winners MacArthur FC to the Darwin Football Stadium. No doubt the home side and the home crowd happy with what they've seen so far. All they want is a goal from their team in orange. Will we see one? Will we see several in the second half? Find out after this short break.
The world's biggest teams are here.
Incredible stuff. Look at this atmosphere in here. It's unbelievable.
To face the best of the A-Leagues. All in one place.
That is champagne football.
The Winter Festival of Football starts July 26 on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back to Spencer Park. Both teams made their way back out onto the pitch. I think on the whole, both sets of coaching staffs will be reasonably happy with what they saw in that first 45. Of course, hoping they would have at least had a goal or two to their names, but some very positive football played by both teams. Matt Sutton in goal for the Glory. He's been just about the only person keeping this game scoreless. Several very good saves from the Glory custodian. Final words of encouragement. Lions FC 45 minutes, perhaps more, away from claiming their first ever cup set. As play is back underway. Teams swapping sides. Yet to see any further changes. Lions forced into an early one after about 10 or 11 minutes. Left arm injury to their leading goal scorer, Alex Fickner. That's a lovely ball forward for Taggart. Not quite able to get there. Will be a throw to Lions. And there have been 22 cup sets or results where member federation sides have beaten professional A-League teams. A record 5 in the cup last year. Of course, Heidelberg United front and centre with their stunning run to the final. Apia Leichhardt and Olympic Kingsway, the others. There have been 3 Queensland teams to register victories over an A-League team. Most recently, 2024 Moreton City Excelsior defeating Perth Glory 3-2. The others being 2019 Brisbane Strikers defeating Wellington Phoenix on penalties, and Redlands United all the way back in 2016, round of 32 win over Adelaide United. Awkward ball. Somehow dealt with by Tommy Jarrett, but chance presented for Adam Taggart. Still on here for Didalitsa. Chops back. Looks to link up with Shamoon. Again, as they have done all night, Lions able to force a turnover. Lucas Cicluna has had his head bandage. Looks like it's been added to in the break. It was a head clash, forced him from the field for a couple of minutes. Here's Diabreu. Back for Caltech. And Adriano Lebib. Turned over. Debele got through a lot of work in the first half. North lifting it forward. Noted down by Caltech, and Kept in by Shamoon. Taggart cushions it down for Didalitsa. Glory coming tonight with not a lot of football under their belt. Of course, still early days into their pre-season. They did play a match behind closed doors a couple of weeks ago, defeating Perth Azzurri 6-0. Ball lifted forward by Caltech. Will fall for Cicluna, who finds a little bit of space in midfield. Shamoon for Henry Hoare. Trying to navigate his way past the defense, cleared by Deng. It's taken a touch off Diabreu. Lions throw in. Well, the Glory, while they did finish 10th, did manage to string some results together at the back end of their 25-6 campaign. Undefeated in their last 8. A fair bunch of them were draws, but having to do some work on defense here. Not quite cleared. Debele on the edge of the box, lays it off for Carlos. Can't get it out from under his feet, and he's crowded out of possession. Beautifully done by Despotovsky. And the Glory look to launch a counter. Squeezed out of possession by Deng. Mitchell Hoare. Wasn't really settled enough for the shot. Spotted Matt Sutton a little bit off his line. Didn't really trouble Perth Glory's keeper. Some might call that ambitious. Awkward bouncing ball for Caltech. He's so strong in the air. Nice cushioned header from Deng down for Ekbari. Lifted forward by Jared, looking for Ponting. Now Dench. And Henry Hoare rather unceremoniously shoved to the deck. Well, as is the case for most A-League sides, there's been a lot of change in the pre-season. A couple of new faces in action tonight. Dench, Henry Hoare, Cicluna, Lachlan Jackson on the bench. Caleb Neuenhoff will also be a very welcome addition for the Glory on loan from Hearts. Fresh off what can only be described as a heartbreaking season, as they finished runners-up in the Scottish Premier League. Daniel Solski as well, new face, adding to the goalkeeping stocks, joining from Wollongong Wolves. They did lose a lot of A-League caps. Retirement of Josh Risdon, Brandon O'Neill, Mark Birighitti, Lockie Wales, to name a few, no longer wearing the purple. Adam Taggart fighting his way, as is his wont. Lions doing well to keep the ball in play, but Glory come away with possession. Shamoon for Cicluna. Now Didalitsa. Shamoon again. Neat bit of footwork by the Iraqi international. And a lot of good skill on display tonight from both teams. Carlos now for Hoare. That one's still in play. Ponting can use his speed against Caltac. But the wily veteran has been regarded as one of the best defenders in the league. Frustration there from Blair Ponting. He's hoping to get play underway quickly, but Charbel Shamoon just off to the right here has gone to ground right in front of the Glory bench. Looks like a lower right leg injury. Did go down under that challenge a couple of moments ago. Let's see it here on the replay. All right there, yep, just perhaps got a couple of studs right on the top of the foot. Zane North look to change the angle here through Gerard. Now for Akbari. Might fall for Carlos, flicked on, Ponting and Broderick in the mix. The crowd doing their best to create a bit of noise and drive this Lions team forward. Akbari, Debele, now Gerard. Akbari again with the early cross. Broderick was there in good position. Taggart all the way back on his own 18-yard line. As the Glory make their first substitution of the night. As Sam Sutton has entered the fray, Kiwi international. Second season with the Glory.
Substitution for Perth Glory, number 2,
Charbel Shamoon has indeed succumbed to that injury. Here come the Lions here through Broderick. Forced back, heads back towards the byline, gets around his man. Caltac clears. North for Deng. Nearly gives away possession. In fact, does. Frustration from Deng. That was an opportunity missed. Well, it looks like Sutton has a straight swap for Shamoon at right back. More known as a left-sided defensive player. Here's Deng. North. And Hart Phillips just losing control. That took a touch off Sam Sutton, so it'll be a throw for Lions. As we approach the hour mark, the pace and intensity hasn't really dropped off at all. As Debele can't run this one down. Lions, of course, well and truly match hardened. Business end of their league season. Perth Glory, a matter of weeks into the start of theirs. The throw for the Glory. Referee not quite happy with where that one was taken. Now Taggart. Diabreu for Taggart again on the edge of the box. Shot was blocked. Wanted forward by Sutton. Only as far as Carlos. Ponting to add some annoyance value. The Glory will hold possession through Dench. Cicluna. Sutton looking for an outlet. Finds it through Despotovsky. First touch was heavy. Brian Kaltak. Didalitza. And that took a touch off Zane North, and they're continuing here through Despotovsky, and a good save by Riley. Not happy with his defense at all, Jackson Riley. Danger not quite clear. Glory can launch once again. Dench, early cross, intercepted by Carlos, and Debele wants to go for a run. And that should be a yellow card for Henry Hoare. Knew exactly what he's doing. Wasn't very subtle about it. This was that chance moments ago. Nearly caught everybody napping from the throw-in. Was in far too much space. Despotovsky. No wonder Jackson Riley was rather unhappy with the defense in front of him. Lovely touch from Debele. Enters the area, low cross. A well-timed clearance from Gio Diabreu. Corner for the Lions. They have been knocking on the door a lot more, Lions FC. This coach Dan Barber deep in discussion on this near touchline. Half an hour remain at Spencer Park. Will it be history for the Lions? Will be Ramad Akbari from the corner. Swings it in deep. Deng rises highest. Ball half cleared. Knotted down by Carlos. And then hooked overhead and out for a goal kick. This will be a good test of early season fitness. The longer that this game remains in the balance, more and more the confidence will rise for Lions and their home fans here at Spencer Park. Hooked out by Dench. I hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're tuning in from. The Football Australia YouTube page or 10 streaming. All 4 games on match day 3 are underway. Without giving too much away, I regret to say this is the only game without a goal. Hopefully that changes in the remaining half hour as Cicluna looks to link up with Didalitsa. Now Sutton for Diabreu. And the Glory will look to reload. Matthew Dench. Diabreu. Despotovsky looking to play between the lines. Dench again. Low cross in. Diabreu look to shoot. Taggart lays it off for Despotovsky. Once again, the orange shirts win out. Henry Hoare. Cicluna. Diabreu. Haven't been too many openings in this Lions defense. They look to press. It's neatly done. Back down this left-hand channel for Dench. 1v1 with Devillet. Early cross in. Taggart's there. And the offside flag trumps all. Oh, and that's come straight off the face of Cicluna. He has been in the wars tonight. Well, Lucas Cicluna, I think guilty of some good acting. Went down under the guise of a head knock. Bounced up to his feet reasonably quickly, but the referee not taking any chances. And, well, for all of 5 seconds, Lucas Cicluna waved back onto the park. As Caltech only clear it as far as Carlos. And get the throw in. Akbari. Gerard. Forward for Broderick. He's toiled away. Hasn't had too many decent looks. Luke Broderick. There are 7 purple shirts flooding forward here. Sutton. Didalitsa. Straight at the keeper. Well, Lions just opened up for a moment there. Glory unable to make the most of it. Lovely one-touch play from Despotovsky. Finds Diabreu, looks to thread the needle for Didalitsa. Mitchell Hoare, now Akbari. Hart Phillips skips away from his man, links up with Blair Ponting, continues his run forward, and he's found Hart Phillips, and strong challenge from Adriano Labib. There's that chance for the Glory a couple of moments ago, and see the wave of purple up against the 3 orange shirts in defense, and good attempt at goal, but straight at the keeper. So too many problems for Jackson Riley. That will be of concern for Dan Barber and the coaching staff. First real occasion tonight that they have been opened up like that. Here's Carlos. Hart Phillips, North. Nothing doing down the left, so they'll try down the right. Sting rather taken out of the attack. Debele forced all the way back home, and that's taken a touch off Glory player. But managing to keep it in play was Matty Dench. Strong interception by Caltech. He waves his players forward. Akbari with the challenge. Advantage being played. Despotovsky. Lovely footwork from Cherdang. Kolo Torre-esque out from the back. Now Ponting. Deng again on the edge of the box. Broderick. Chance brewing. Just unable to make the most of it in the end. As Mitchell Hoare fell over. Lost his balance at the worst possible time. What a run that was from the big South Sudanese centre-back, Cherdang. There's another stoppage for a Perth player down on the far side. And, well, the Glory trainer is certainly getting his steps in tonight. See that run again from Deng. He did well to keep that forward momentum. Here is just where it broke down. Pass was a little bit behind Mitch Hoare. As Lions do turn to their bench. And it will be Jerson Lagos and Ben Beekhurst who will enter the fray. As off come Luke Broderick and Mitchell Hoare. So some good attacking changes for Dan Barber. With about 20 minutes remaining here at Spencer Park. There's Giovanni Diabreu looking rather ginger. As the Glory will ready a triple substitution. So both coaching units turning to their bench. With the game well and truly in the balance. Here's Lucas Cicluna, unable to link up. And looks like the Glory will make those changes now. Oliver Evans, Steph Kolakovsky, and Ariane Suleimani about to step onto Spencer Park pitch. And they're taking their time here, but will get the board up. So, Glory captain Adam Taggart. Giovanni Diabreu. And Anthony Didalitza will take their spots on the subs bench. So some fresh legs for both teams now as we enter the final quarter of an hour. And this ball deflects into the path of Henry Hoare. Now Despotovsky is a little bit behind him. Hoare again out for a glory corner. Referee wants a chat. We've had 75 minutes. We usually see this after about 5 minutes. Referee chatting at the corner. And this one to be swung in by Sam Sutton. Looks to the back post and the header is on target. Beautiful save, but foul called by the referee. Andriano Labib on the end of that one. Still level at 0-0. Debele, positive ball forward, looking for the run of Beakhurst. Matt Sutton gets there first. Cicluna. Caltac. And the first touch for young Ollie Evans. Now Sutton, fella replacement. First touch here for Arian Silamani. Strong challenge from his opposite number, Zane North, who's been very solid at the back. Another corner for the Glory. Sutton again to a similar area. Nodded clear by Deng. Falls for Hoare from 19 yards. Blocked and cleared. Haven't been too many shaky moments defensively for Lions. At the moment, it's probably the first real passage of play where they've felt the pressure. As Deng will look long. Strong header from Labib. Now Evans. Sutton. Fall for Beakhurst, keeps it in play. Now Jackson Hart-Phillips heads to the byline, cuts it back. Once again, that imposing frame of Brian Caltac is right there. It's been a constant source of danger down this left-hand side. Jackson Hart-Phillips. Caltac, number of good defensive challenges as the Lions with the corner to the near post, flicked on by Akbari, and that's taken a touch off Caltac for another Lions corner. Take two on the corner for Beakhurst, again to the near post, and once again, Caltac can clear his lines. Phillips gives it away. Suleimani flicking it on for Kolakovsky. First time play. Crowd baying for a handball. Cicluna sandwiched, gives the ball away. Now Finn Beekhurst turns and can't quite link up cleanly with Jerson Lagos. Welcome return for the Colombian Kiwi as the challengers start to fly in. Free kick for Perth. But Jerson Lagos started the season well, then suffered an MCL injury, which kept him out of play for best part of 3 months. Made his return a couple of weeks back, but then suffered a couple of complications with that injury, which forced him back on the sidelines. Last time he was in action for Lions was against Wynnum Wolves several weeks back. Meantime, Kolakovsky can't link up with Sam Sutton, and Jackson takes over. Jerson Lagos, great story with him. Joined from Auckland City FC. Was a part of their squad that played in the Club World Cup in 2025, and even more noticeably, as he is on the ball here, assisted for their famous equaliser against Boca Juniors. He certainly can add some spark in attack. As Hart Phillips will try to link up with Lagos here. And Sutton clears under a little bit of pressure. Hart Phillips wrestling with Sutton. Sam Sutton, that is. This game has been bubbling along quite nicely. Nothing too malicious yet. That's a nice ball forward for Suleimani into the box. And again, as we've seen a few times tonight, the attacking player unable to get that ball from under his feet to launch a shot. As Lagos, a little bit too much pressure on Caltac, gives up the free kick. The noise levels starting to rise here at Spencer Park. Tension building as well. 8 minutes plus stoppage time left. Still locked at 0-0. Well, should we get that far, the Lions certainly have had their fair share of extra time matches in the Australia Cup qualifying rounds. The first 2 matches in rounds 4 and 5. First one went all the way to penalties against Eastern Suburbs. So you see that last foul by Jerson Lagos. And Lions will make another substitution as Liam Ponting will make his bow in place of Zane North. Straight swap at the back. Good round of applause for Zane North. Very solid down this left-hand side on defence. Here's Deng strongly, just hoops it clear. Mentioned the qualifying run for Lions and defeated Eastern Suburbs 6-5 on penalties. And in the following round, needed extra time to get over Holland Park Hawks. It was 1-1 at the end of the regular 90, but then eventually running away 4-1 winners. Here is Liam Ponting, Hart Phillips, Carlos, and heavy touch from Lagos, and the move breaks down. Despotovsky. No foul, says the referee. Here comes Lagos. Hart Phillips. Deng. Lagos goes all the way back to halfway. Akbari hooks it forward. Dench strong in the challenge. Neat work from Carlos. Can't quite angle the pass to Beakhurst, and that's a heavy tackle on Labib. Foul called. He's looking for the angled pass, and then just a little bit too much Weet-Bix in the challenge. Deng forced it deep into his own half. Big shove in the back, but nothing doing. And that's been left short, but nearly came off for Jackson Hart Phillips. Caltech for Sam Sutton. Nice one too with Despotovsky. Bari tidies up. Carlos, the veteran. Now Lagos. Jerson Lagos. Awkward looking shot for Matt Sutton. Wasn't a clean take on the first attempt. Beakhurst was there. Ball turned over on halfway. They do have numbers back. Well, Dench is taking liberties with that throw. Forced back by the referee, and it's flicked off Henry Hoare. They still have the throw. Look to catch the defense napping, and that one eventually rolls out for a goal kick. Under 90 seconds away from added time. Potentially an extra half hour. Despotovsky lays it off for Cicluna. Suleimani. Despotovsky continues his run. What a sliding challenge from Carlos that was. The Lions skipper giving it everything. Nodded clear by Debele. Jared. As looks like Beakhurst it was. And that looks to be a final warning for Andriano Lebeb. The referee pointing out each of his fouls in the last couple of minutes. No more, he says. There will be at least 6 minutes added time to be played. There's Beakhurst into the area. Caltech wrestles possession away. Oh, and that's a hefty challenge from Dench. Only a throw-in. Tommy Jarrard. Early cross in. Dangerous position. Lagos was there. Picked up by Hart Phillips. Now Liam Ponting. Away by Caltech. Kolakovsky adds a couple of extras. Debele neatly done for Akbari. The Lions will reload from halfway. Riley Jackson slipping over on contact. Oh, and that's a couple of studs left in by Seb Despotovsky. Rahman Akbari, the player on the ground. Lagos forced down a little bit of a cul-de-sac. Turns back to Liam Ponting. Lagos again. Still getting plenty of numbers forward. Akbari swings it out to Debele. To the byline. And behind for a goal kick. Four minutes remaining. Sutton goes early. Ponting. 18-year-old Liam Ponting out there now with his twin brother Blair, Aussie schoolboys reps last year. Squeezed away from him. Lebeb touches it back from Matt Sutton. He's getting a little bit cramped in the box there, and that will be a throw to Lions. It's neatly done by Deng and Ponting. Jackson looks long. Caltech heads it down for Henry Hoare. Sutton just launches it downfield. A little bit of indecision between Deng and Jackson. Good switch of play for Hoare. Sutton. 2 minutes remaining, with the 6 added on. Otherwise, we will be going to an extra half hour at least. Lagos tries to direct traffic. Just ends up giving away possession. Space here for Henry Hoare. And that's offside. Suleimani well and truly. The idea was right, just the timing not quite there. It's good heads-up play from Cher Deng. He's the last player on defense, stepping up at the best time. Adam Griffiths readying another substitution. Rocky Jackson about to make his Perth Glory debut. Ponting for Lions, forward for Sean Carlos. Swings it in with that left boot. Lagos was there and it's gone all the way through. Debele can tidy up. Jared for Akbari. Turns away from danger. Now Deng. 30 seconds left. Liam Ponting. Is this the last chance of the regulation 90? Lovely early ball in for Lagos, but he can't get it under control. Again, the right idea. And after 90 minutes, scoreless at Spencer Park. Ladies and gentlemen, get set for another half hour of football. "90 minutes of entertaining football. We'll get a few more minutes extra. Full time at Spencer Park after the regulation 90. Lions FC 0, Perth Glory 0. Both sides had their moments. Take a look at the second half chances. Seb Despotovsky with one of the Glory's better looks of the match. Offensively, Lions just falling asleep for a moment. Here was another chance where we just opened up at the back. Glory with 7 purple jerseys. In the end, amounting to nothing. The shot there from Anthony Didalitsa straight at the keeper. On the weight of play, Lions FC had a lot more good looks at goal. Jason Lagos coming on. He's added a bit more spark up front. Matt Sutton, a little bit of a juggle on that attempt. He has been otherwise very solid. So both sets of coaches, Dan Barber, his team for Lions FC, Adam Griffiths for the Glory. Each going through what they want to see in the next 30 minutes. And in this match day 3, the 2026 Australia Cup round of 32. 4 games tonight. 1 has just finished. Well, we talk about cup sets. No bigger way to start a cup campaign than the defending champions, the Newcastle Jets, crashing out to Preston Lions. Stunning result there down in Melbourne. 3-2. Preston were down at half-time, 2-0. So 3 second-half goals, knocking the defending champions out. The other two matches currently still in action. So you can get your second and third screens out. Heidelberg United currently up by 3-0 with about 20 minutes remaining against Cumberland United, South Australian state team. Well, it is half-time over in Perth. Sydney FC 2-1 up over Bayswater City. Well, it's the last lot of formalities. There's Brian Kaltak now donning captain's armband for the Glory. Adam Taggart, a second half substitute. The Glory were preparing to make that substitution. Lockie Jackson. Looks like he's sat back down on the subs bench for the time being anyway. 30 more minutes of football coming your way. Back underway at Spencer Park. Who's going to blink first? Will the Lions finally have that long sought after cup set victory? Sam Sutton for Glory. Came on in the second half. Following an injury to Shabel Shamoun. Neat little flick on from Suleimani, but Lions tidy up well. Here's Oliver Evans, Glory Academy graduate, linking up with Despotovsky. And that shot was always rising. Well, Jackson Riley in the defense will be pretty happy conceding that. As long as they don't get any closer or better looks at goal. Free kick for the Lions, taken quickly. I said it earlier in the match. The intensity and pace has not really dropped off at all across the course of the night. Mistake here at the back. Beakhurst is in. Good save by Sutton. It's back for Blair Ponting. And his shot is scuffed behind. Disappointment for Blair Ponting. He knew that was a golden opportunity. A big chance there for Finn Beakhurst. Andriano Labib was turned inside out with that long ball. Matt Sutton did very well to make himself big. Smother the shot from Beakhurst. That was the best chance of the evening so far. As Henry Hoare has looked busy all night. Lifts this one forward. Bounces easily into the hands of Riley. Jared. Now Blair Ponting. Lagos. And Liam Ponting does very well to keep the momentum going. And he gets the shot away. Straight into the welcoming arms of Matt Sutton. Very comfortable. And that one will go all the way through to his opposite. Big test of fitness for both sides. Lions deep into their club season. Perth Glory only a matter of weeks into their pre-season. Always is a good leveler. The Pontings combined down that left-hand side. Lovely touch back. Here's Carlos. Forward for Jerson Lagos. Lays it off. Debele. Forced wide. Gets his shot blocked. Now Lagos again off the left. And it flies into the back of the net! A spectacular goal from Jerson Lagos! He has had a stop-start season through injury, but he has absolutely delivered there with a pearler of a goal. Five minutes into extra time. Lions FC take the lead. It's good patience. Debele had no outlet, but that is a stunning, curling left foot goal from Jerson Lagos. Through a maze of bodies, there was nothing Matt Sutton could do with that. Well, he scored on the biggest of stages, or performed on the biggest of stages, assisted at the Club World Cup in 2025, but he is a goal scorer in the Australia Cup 2026. And the cup set is well and truly on here. Neatly done by Deng. And he goes down under the challenge of Despotovsky. Well, that goal certainly has got everybody in the ground here at Spencer Park. Just shifting a little bit forward into their seats now. The expectation starting to rise. What have the Glory got in response? Labib nods it all the way back to Matt Sutton. Deng strong in the air. Debele fighting hard, comes away with the ball. Links up with Blair Ponting. A sliding challenge from Labib. Jerson Lagos scored a double in his last appearance for the Lions 3 weeks ago. 6-2 win over Wynnum Wolves. He's on the score sheet tonight on his return from injury. Big shove in the back there from Cicluna. Rather exasperated Lucas Cicluna. As Blair Ponting takes on a bit of the old pickle juice. He has done a lot of running tonight. 18-year-old Blair Ponting. Lifted forward. Here is the goal scorer, Lagos. Forward for Debele, down to the byline. Cuts it back, a little awkwardly. Kolakovsky takes over. Lovely work done. Laying it off, Lagos looking for number 2 for Carlos! Just over the crossbar. And the veteran Sean Carlos, one of 2 survivors from the last encounter in the Cup with the Glory back in 2015. Hasn't scored a Cup goal in 11 appearances on the national stage. Dench, Despotovsky from 20 yards out, goes down under the challenge. Nothing from the referee. Debele. Dench again, Kolakovsky linking up with the former Raw player. And Akbari just clears his lines. Well, that one's going to be left short. Lagos can intercept. Here's Beakhurst. Lagos. Could see what he was trying to do. The first time volley, it would have looked spectacular. Two more changes incoming for the Glory. 2 rather noticeable defenders in the shape of Scott Wootton and Lockie Jackson entering the fray. And Lucas Cicluna and Matthew Dench, the 2 who will make way. Blair Ponting muscles his way into possession. Ponting! Brilliant save by Sutton. It's 2 strong hands to the attempt. Matt Sutton turns it behind for a corner. From a pretty similar position to the Lagos goal. Lions approaching double digits for corners. It'll be Finn Beakhurst to deliver to a crowded area. And that's come off. A Glory defender will be another corner.
Number 5, Scott Wootton, and number 4, Lachlan Jackson, who will replace number 16, Lucas Cicluna, and number 12, Matt Dench.
So Beakhurst will come all the way across to the grandstand side. Beakhurst again goes deep. Labib manages to clear it. First time shot come cross, and Beakhurst again blocked by Sutton. Hall comes away with it. Evans. Labib. Caltac surveys his options, goes to the youngster in Evans. Now, some early touches for Wootton and Jackson. Looks like Adriano Labib has been moved out to the right wing-back position. Here's the glory through Henry Hoare on the edge of the box. Sam Sutton back to his favoured left-back side, and well, I don't think you can call that an attempt on goal. Nevertheless, welcomed by Jackson Riley, and just throws it back up to halfway for a throw as looks like Ramat Akbari dealing with a little bit of cramp. So only a couple of minutes away from half-time in extra time. Chance here for both teams really have a bit of a breath. Don't forget, match day 4 tomorrow night. 4 more matches across your screens on Network 10 and the Football Australia YouTube page. Maitland FC up against Fremantle City, Sydney United hosting Central Coast Mariners, and Tigers FC up against the Western Sydney Wanderers. And then the later kickoff, Missouri United up against Macarthur FC. There'll be 3 minutes of time to be added on at the end of the first half. As Dan Barber looks like he will make a substitution himself, as one ball forward taken by Riley. Look like Fred Oyetz will come on shortly. It'll be a throw into the glory. Sutton launches it long. Akbari has kicked that one backwards. Brought down neatly by Kolakowski. Now Sam Sutton. Early cross deflected by Debele. Deng taking no chances. Sutton takes the throw quickly. Kolakowski. There's his initial cross blocked, and that'll be a corner. Closing stages of the first half of extra time. Henry Hoare taking over the duties at corner time. The end swinger with the right boot. We've got some tall timber on the park now, the Glory. Good punch away by Riley. Sutton tries to keep it alive for Perth Glory. Now Hoare again. Skips past a couple. And Beakhurst defending inside his own area. Despotovsky, Wootton, Hoare again. And Riley claims well. Confident take. Jackson Riley has been excellent tonight in goal. 25-year-old goalkeeper returned to the Lions in January this year. Made every post a winner as the referee brings first half of extra time to a close. Lions FC have their nose in front courtesy of a Jerson Lagos goal in the 95th minute. Half-time of extra time here at Spencer Park. Lions FC 1, Perth Glory 0. So a quick break here for both teams. So we'll take a look at that goal that separates the two sides. Jerson Lagos, second half substitute. Wonderful effort. Curling it past a diving Matt Sutton. That is certainly one for the highlights reel. Sweet as a nut. Right into the top corner. That should be a contender for goal of the season, or goal of the tournament rather. And that's certainly got everybody in the stands here at Spencer Park out of their seats. And the Lions do pull the trigger on that substitution. Fred Oyets now on in place of Ramat Akbari.
Substitute for Lions FC, number 10, Ramat Akbari, being replaced by number 22, Fred Williams.
So Oyets, 22-year-old Lions Academy junior. We are 15 minutes away from a famous result. Lions get the foul. And, well, eventually, one too many fouls for Adriano Lebib. Fifth yellow card of the evening. So Tom Fell's notebook has certainly been busy tonight. As Liet's into the mix. And Sutton clears under pressure. Straight away, that big frame of the substitute Oyets. Looking to cause some problems for the Glory defensive trio. They're not small by any means. Kaltak, Wooten and Lockie Jackson. Kolakovsky back for Despotovsky, looking to link up with Soleimani. It's good work by Debele. There will be a corner for the Glory. That tall timber sent forward. Henry Hoare to deliver. Can't get past Jared at the front post. Nodded clear by Lagos. Hoare again. Low cross flicked on. Jackson was there, but that took a touch off a defender. In fact, it will be a goal kick. Yes, the diving glory player managed to get something on that. I thought the last touch came off Tommy Jarrett. Meantime, Sutton with the cross. And we have an equaliser. Adriano Labib ghosting in at the back post. Levels things up at Spencer Park, and that has silenced the crowd. Sutton with a dangerous cross. And the run of Adriano Labib not picked up. Rose high over Jackson Hart-Phillips. And that really did just suck the air out of the Spencer Park crowd. The Lions lead only lasting 14 minutes. There is a slight delay here for the Lions player down. Looks like it might be Aramugo Debele. Well, that will make things interesting if you can't continue. As Lions have, unless my math is incorrect, they've used up all of their substitutions. He's back up on his feet now. He does not look comfortable at all. Let's try and pick up what happened here. It was under that challenge right there, and yeah, it was very awkward. Looked like he just had that left heel clipped under the challenge. It did manage to pick up in the background some of the crowd calling for a foul in the build-up to that goal from Adriano Labib, which did leave Debele on the ground. So another lengthy stoppage. Spencer Park is silent for the first time tonight. Is there another twist in the tail? Carlos can't bring it down for Oyet. And Despotovsky takes over for the Glory. Spots the run of Adriano Labib. Shifted wide to this right-hand side after starting at centre back. He's certainly relishing that freedom down this right-hand side, Adriano Labib. Certainly does possess enough speed to be playing as a wing-back. Lovely touch here, Kolakovsky into the box, cuts back onto the right. Can't bring it under control. Here is Oyets. Creative customer. Very tricky with the ball at his feet. Seven minutes plus added time remaining. Are we headed for penalties? Here's Caltech. Lockie Jackson. Sam Sutton. Despotovsky. Nice ball forward for Kolakovsky. Just a little bit too much on that. Foul on Lagos, lifting a heap on the turf. Another painful looking one. Well, there is one substitution left up Dan Barber's sleeve. Alex Irwin, the Canadian defender, central defensive midfielder. He's come on in place of Cher Deng. Has been very impressive in the heart of that Lions defense. Five minutes left, plus change. Debele is like he's shaken off that knock from a couple of minutes ago. Debele again, and that's taken a deflection behind. They're appealing for a handball. It will be a corner at least. Finn Beekhurst to deliver to a crowded area once again, flicked away by the defense. Lagos tidies up, lifts it to the back post. Falls for Carlos! Side netting. Sutton falls over. Still manages to find a purple jersey. It's flicked on by Oyetz. Hart Phillips. Numbers forward here for the Lions. Lagos. A low cross into the near post. Cleared. Irwin. Lagos tries to lift it in with the outside of that right foot. Forward by Carlos. Oyetz turned over and then given away again. Glory throw. Lagos down under the challenge, wins the free kick. Jackson Hart-Phillips lifts it in, looking for Debele. In fact, Oyet. That one launched forward, looking for the run of Kolikovsky. Out comes Riley. Good sweeper keeper play. Good battle in midfield, won by Carlos. And it looks like Blair Ponting's just about run out of gas. No free kick here against Liam Ponting. Carlos, and that pass overhit. Well, the bench has been cleared, so Ponting's going to have to see this one out. He cannot move. He is stuck right in the middle of the pitch. Of course, he was a very early substitution as Alex Fichtner was forced off with injury. Here is Oyet lifting it to the back post. Nodded away. Beekhurst was in space, but for some very good defensive work. I think it's Caltech again. Immense tonight. Here come the glory. Sutton lifts it into the box. Labib half cleared, and now Beekhurst with a chance to clear it properly. Debele, who has run all night. Oh, he's struggling as well. Now Oyet, edge of the box. Still in the field of play. Debele can barely move. That right leg is cramping up, something shocking. Liam Ponting. Blair Ponting. He's just about stationary as well. Nodded away by Caltech. Carlos. Immense in midfield. Linking up. Beekhurst! Flag is up. No goal. Offside. Finn Beekhurst was offside. And then I think we'll be pretty clear on second look as well. Well, somewhere in the middle of all that, there'll be 3 minutes of added time, of which we've had just about half gone. There are several Lions players at walking pace. They have given it absolutely everything tonight, which certainly will make things interesting for a penalty shootout. Despotovsky, last chance here for the glory. Under 60 seconds left. And that one's rolled out. Hooked away. Still inside Lions territory. Henry Hoare. Labib will use his speed. Gets there first. Last touch off Hart-Phillips. Glory throw in. We are past the 3 added minutes. Caltech will launch this with a long throw. This is the last chance. Will there be penalties or will there be heartbreak? Nodded clear. Despotovsky down for Jackson. Caltech taken away. Lagos with his fresh legs. Despotovsky doing his best to hold him back. And a great tackle from Despotovsky. And that will be the last possession in the regulation. After 120 minutes of football, nothing separates the two sides. 0-0 after 90 minutes. 1-1 after extra time here at Spencer Park. We are going to a penalty shootout. Well, whichever way you look at it, it's either the best way to decide a match or the worst way. The penalty shootout. Teams couldn't be split after 120 minutes of football. Both goals coming in extra time. Jerson Lagos, the contender for goal of the tournament, putting Lions ahead 5 minutes into extra time. And not long after the changeover, early in the second half of extra time, Andriano Labib ghosting in at the back post. If you take a look at the goals, fell nicely for Jerson Lagos. He curled it past a diving Matt Sutton. A beautiful strike from the Colombian Kiwi. And that brought everybody to their feet here at Spencer Park. Even a knee slide celebration from the keeper there, Jackson Riley. And a bit of controversy on this one, the equalising goal, potentially a foul in the build-up. A tackle on Erimugo Debele, but a beautiful delivery from Sam Sutton. And Andriano Labib started in the heart of defence, was moved out to a right wing-back role. Rising highest to nod this one past Jackson Riley. Another warm round of applause. Fans here at Spencer Park have certainly got their money's worth, and then some. Brian Caltech, stand-in captain. Adam Taggart starting the night. He was subbed off in the second half. He was involved in a penalty shootout a couple of seasons back. Lost to Wellington Phoenix. Will be taking the penalties in front of the club rooms here at Spencer Park. It will be Steph Kolikovsky. Looks like as the first cab off the rank. The drama, the tension as the kids make their way in behind the goal. Kolikovsky has been involved in a cup shootout back in 2022. 4-3 penalty loss for Melbourne City against Wellington Phoenix on that occasion. He steps to the mark first. Kolikovsky versus Riley, rolls it past. And the Glory go up 1-0. Lovely composed finish from the A-League veteran. Sean Carlos stepping up, the captain, the veteran. Matt Sutton saved 1 penalty last season from 5 attempts in the A-League. Carlos fires it into the corner. Excellent penalty. Sutton guessed the right way. Just too much power from Sean Carlos. Seb Despotovsky. Next up for the Glory. In his first Australia Cup appearance, Sebastian Despotovsky. Saved by Riley! He guessed the correct way and got both hands to that. Big moment there. Gerson Lagos up next for the Lions. Scored the opening goal of the night in extra time. Lagos v Sutton. And a beautiful penalty. (2-1). After 2 attempts each. Aryan Suleimani stepping up next. Just his second or third cup appearance. Arian Suleimani. Save again by Riley! Back-to-back saves by the Lions custodian. Puts his team on the brink of a famous win. Wasn't the best attempt from Arian Suleimani. Jackson Riley is stepping up as the hero of the night. Up next, Finn Beakhurst, straight down the middle. The 2021 Mike Cockerell medalist, confidently dispatching that one. This has to go in. Sam Sutton, the All Whites. Oh, and Riley got a hand to it. They're still alive. Jackson Riley guessing the correct way. So close to making it a hat-trick of saves. Tommy Jared, the other survivor from that 2015 clash against the Glory, which ended in heartbreak. For a famous cup set win, Tommy Jared steps up and buries it! History at Spencer Park. A second cup set on match day 3. A first ever in Lions FC history. Perth Glory again on the end of a cup set in Queensland. They went down to Moreton City Excelsior a couple of years ago. Lions FC, history in the Australia Cup. Full time at Spencer Park after 120 minutes of football. 1-1 after penalties. Lions FC 4, Perth Glory 2. Wow, the biggest results on the national stage for Lions FC. Have been one of the most successful Queensland clubs in the NPL era. Back-to-back titles in the NPL, chasing a three-peat. You take a look at some of the highlights from tonight. A very entertaining fixture. Said it a couple of times. The pace and the attacking intent, it never wavered. From minute 1 to minute 120. And that is an absolute credit to both teams. This was the opening goal that broke the deadlock. 5 minutes into extra time, Jerson Lagos off the bench with what can only be described as a sumptuous curling left foot shot. Past a full stretched Matt Sutton. No keeper in the world would have saved that. That put the Lions in front. And that gave them a taste of what could have been. That is just a goal you will never get sick of seeing. So that was 1-0. But then just past, or just into the second half of extra time, Andriano Labib brought things back level. Been an excellent contributor through the night, Andriano Labib. As the crowd comes on to the Spencer Park pitch to thank their heroes in orange. That was 1-1. That was score at full time after extra time. Lions FC, they are through to the round of 16 for the 5th time. They finally have that A-League monkey off their back. Next step, now to get past the round of 16. This is now customary, winning team holding up that through to the next round's banner. It's great to see kids getting involved as well. Really are such a well-run club. It's about reflected in everything they do off the park. Let's take a look at the stats. Well, aside from possession still being even after 20 minutes, didn't really feel that way. 22 shots to 12, 10 on target to 4. That's the two big ones right there. So we did have a fair few fouls and yellow cards. I think there were 6 or 7 at the end. Tom Bell's notebook. Lions FC, I think in the wash-up, certainly deserving of this result. Let's take a look around the grounds. Match day 3. Preston kicking the night off with one of the biggest cup sets. It's the reigning champions, cup holders, Newcastle Jets, knocked out after leading 2-0 at half-time. Preston Lions coming back to win 3-2. Heidelberg United, the defeated grand finalists from last year. 3-0 winners over Cumberland United. Full-time just gone over in Perth. Sydney FC 5-1 winners over Bayswater City. And looking ahead to tomorrow night, match day 4. 3 games at 7:30. Tigers FC up against Western Sydney Wanderers. Maitland FC host Fremantle City. Sydney United welcome Central Coast to Adensa Park. And then the kickoff slightly later at 8 o'clock up in Darwin. two-time Cup winners MacArthur FC take on PL Northern Territory side Azuri United. On a night full of drama, with a little bit of rain thrown in. A night to remember for the fans in orange. Lions FC with their first ever cup set win in the Australia Cup. Took penalties, but they got there in the end. Heartbreak for Perth Glory, defeated by another Queensland club side. What a night it was here at Spencer Park. On behalf of all the crew, my name is Robbie Feldman. We'll see you tomorrow for more Australia Cup Round of 32 action.